Okay, guys, so the elimination stage is over. Um, FaZe advanced, G2 and Navi also advanced. Let's quickly talk about the situation, how G2 advanced, and what kind of a big bullshit that was. If you know, if you've seen the game, essentially on one of the most important rounds, when VP was already one map in front of G2, right? And then 11-11, and then James
End of the road
crashes right here. So they knew like where Jame was, because they knew him cross there. But then on like a smaller on the player cams, you know that see here he's still hidden, but his PC crashed already, and so he cannot play. Boom, that's it. But at this point now he is like out and visible, but prior to him being visible right now for like Hooksy or whatever he was, you can see number 7 and 6, they were 6 number is already basically saving. They even said, G2 even said themselves that sort of if we will kill one person we go for retake, if we don't kill somebody like immediately we go save, because if they lose this on the last round they will have basically no money. 1500, 750, 600, 0 is 0, so they literally will play with 0 money on the last round. So prior to like this like atrocious crash, right, like right here, right, Jame was still like invisible for them. They knew that he's still on the new box, but they couldn't see him, they couldn't kill him. But then the second later, sort of, I guess the PC continues to like press the button or whatever somehow, and then Hooksy barely kills even like stationary Jame, and then they go for retake, and then they win this round. Then G2 in general sort of wins that particular map, and then they go and win on Anubis. And this is not fair at all. Like I said before, like in the previous videos, I don't like VP how they play, but I don't like G2 either, because Hooksy is garbage, Nexa is very mediocre, Hunter is mediocre. It's only Monacy show essentially, and Nico sometimes plays well. Only sometimes. I think this is absolutely unfair, just in terms of like you should have replayed. G2 should have replayed, allowed to replay this round. And what's interesting is that literally sort of around that time when James PC crashed, it's like cosmic rays quite literally probably did damage. That if you know anything about like software development, if you know anything about hardware, if you've seen any type of videos, this actually happens. Like some sort of like a neutrino can pass through your computer, or any other type of like particle from cosmic rays, because cosmic rays literally sort of penetrate Earth and every object and you and everything, and it can actually, like if it passes through like memory in a computer or in a graphics card, something like that, or on your SSD, it can literally change a couple bytes, and then this is how your PC crash. This is actually like real stuff. And so it literally might have happened that there was like some sort of like a geomagnetic storm. There were some particles flying literally and crashed the James PC. But it doesn't matter, because I think they should have replayed that round. And I think, as simple as that, I think they should have replayed that round. If nothing else, they should have replayed it from the bomb plant moment. Because like, look, right here, the bomb is already halfway gone, essentially. There was still smoke there. They're kind of G2 all going from one direction, essentially. Like, this is not, and obviously if you know anything about CS, Inferno B plant is one of the hardest one to retake. That's why they said essentially, and you can see already, right? Number 7, he was going closer, but then he was sort of moving away already. You can see that they're not coming forward, they're coming away, coming back to actually save. Number 7 and 6, they're both already saving. Right here, bomb is halfway gone, number 6 and 7 saving, and then essentially this crash happens, and then G2 go to retake, and obviously retake because you're playing now 3 versus 4, and people on VP was kind of 2 people were half HP essentially. Yeah, I think it's absolutely unfair. If I were like G2 player, I think I would say actually no, like please let's replay this round. It's like yeah, just do the fair play. That's essentially what's needed here. And instead, G2 kind of ran away with this moment, and yeah, decided whatever, we will take any W where we can. Essentially, this is scummy behavior. I really hope now that the G2 will completely will just be thrown out of this tournament in playoffs. Then yeah, like I said before, Navi won against Spain Gaming, and Face Clan actually looked really good. Apparently, I literally joked that Mouse completely broke complexity here, but apparently it actually happened. They did actually like completely like obliterated any sort of mental strength in complexity. And the post-match interview with Elige, you could see like he can barely speak in terms of like he's almost crying at that point, which is understandable because he had like 2-0. Yeah, he was like in the 2-0 bracket already, and then you bomb 3-2 because you lose three matches, essentially 3 best of 3s, which is yeah, but yeah, not strong enough, unfortunately. Elish himself didn't play good, and then when the rest of the team played well, and vice versa. Anyway, so yeah, this is basically day 3, day 4, I think. It is basically end of elimination stage, and these are the teams that will compete: Team Spirit and FaZe, Mouse and G2, Eternal Fire, Natus Vincer, Cloud9, and Vitality. This is the strongest major that we've had in a while, in a long while, if not like the strongest one. Yeah, I'm gonna make a separate video about it, but yeah, for now, this is the Legend stage ended, and these are the teams that advance, and we've got actually correctly pick yeah, basically two teams here, 4 teams here, and yeah, also Cloud9 advanced and Eternal Fire. Like I said before in the previous video, it was just way too many good teams to pick from, so somebody, you know, gonna had to essentially be eliminated, right? And yeah, it's unfortunate, really unfortunate. Like the Mongols is very unfortunate one for me, because they really were close. 22-19, they were really close to actually beat Pain Gaming, but unfortunately. And yeah, like this again, I don't like how G2 plays, but this was absolutely unfair. G2 should have been eliminated and go home, because they're playing like shit. It's like literally like cosmic luck. But it's really classy how Jame put it, that essentially like on, I don't know how he did this essentially, but where was this? Yeah, in his like post-match interview, he essentially sort of said that like shit happened, we just continued to play, but it's like the form, the level of play that they showed on Anubis, where there were no bugs. But it's not true, actually. There was a bug on Anubis as well, where I think Fleet or somebody else couldn't jump on Heaven in a clutch 1 versus 2, and he could have probably won that clutch as well. So like 2 kind of bugs that aren't mistakes of VP. One is like hardware bug, and another one is just CS2 is garbage game still right now, after I don't know, half a year or whatever, however many months it's been already out. And what's even more egregious is that sort of Valve, I think on like Reddit or whatever, said like we couldn't replicate that bug with like jumping on the ledge on Anubis. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, it happens to me every fucking time, and you're saying that it didn't happen, you couldn't replicate. I mean, it's hard to replicate something if you don't even open your game. Also, what happened is G2's like sort of marketing is absolutely like egregious. It's like thanking Nvidia, because PGL blamed Nvidia essentially, driver issue or whatever garbage. But yeah, this happened thanks to Mr. Nvidia, which is, I don't know, it's egregious. But yeah, we'll talk about a few other things in the next video. But yeah, this is the end of elimination stage, and now in today's playoffs will start. So yeah, the next video is going to be about playoffs.